Greetings all my happy haunts and troubled souls, and welcome back to Designfest. What is Designfest? Well, it's a monthly challenge I made up where you redesign a character of yours, or a friend's with permission of course. Every day has a theme to follow, or at least stick kinda close to. You can keep important elements of a character like their beauty marks or color schemes, you know, that sort of thing. The main point is just to play around and have fun with it. Who knows, maybe you can even try something new that you've always wanted to try, like what I've been doing. So, today's theme is Day of the Dead. Not many rules this time, just redesign your character as the living dead. That's it. Now, you would think with such a simple prompt I'd be able to come up with a good concept right on the get-go, but nope. This day gave me a lot more trouble than yesterday, and I mean a lot. I couldn't settle down on an idea that I liked. I kept starting and scrapping so many ideas, it took a whole day off of my schedule, so now I gotta work double time to try and get caught up again. Darn it, I didn't think I would hit this point until a couple weeks in. Originally, I thought I would design Ash as if she were in the world of Coco, you know, that beautiful Pixar movie focusing on the Day of the Dead. I've been wanting to do a Day of the Dead character for so long, I even had concepts for an OC dating years back now. Who knows, maybe I'll pull him out again for something. But then I thought, maybe I can't do that anymore since Ash isn't Mexican anymore. I doubt anyone would have really minded since so many people, including myself, love the aesthetics and what the holiday stands for, and it's freaking pretty. But during the concept phase, I just went ahead and scrapped it. I thought maybe about putting her in the Corpse Bride like last year, but I didn't want it to be too similar to last year's designs, and every sketch I did for that looked the same to last year's design. I tried taking off different parts of her skin, toning things differently, different poses, different outfits, everything, but no matter what I did, it just didn't work. Then I just scrapped everything and started doodling. I really liked the whole texture idea I did yesterday, so I wanted to keep that going, just make it a bit harder on myself, you know, like always. And then I remembered those old Victorian ink drawings, I always forget the proper name for them, so I started sketching from that. I wasn't using many references, which is why there's so many last minute changes, and this one keeps going back and forth. Not a good point to hit so early on. Whoops. So this one I kept pretty simple too, most of the detail here is in the line art and in the shading. I used the same watercolor brush from yesterday, but I also used the fiber blending brush and the textured pen. Have I ever got to say that I just flippin' love using the textured pen? It has such a nice look and it's so easy to use, but I hardly ever get a chance to pull it out. I think last time I did was for the Jim Sona drawing I made, which I don't think I ever posted. Whoops. So I kinda just let the pen do its thing. I didn't really want to go back and correct any line art like I normally do to give it that really handmade feel. I didn't want it to be too clean. I think the only time I did fix the line art was for trimming, and even then I tried not to do too much. Then I had the brilliant idea to do cross-hatching, and not my normal cross-hatching, mind you, like actual cross-hatching. Oh my god, this took so long, but it turned out so cool. Ugh, if I wasn't so pushed for time I would have done way more. This is what I mean when I say the details in the line art. The shading did turn out pretty dark, but my gosh, when you look at it, it's so pretty. I kinda want to post just the line art for this. Who knows, maybe I'll put it up on Twitter later. This is one of the few times I'm actually really proud of my line art. This never happens, take note. I forgot, I never went into the actual idea I had for this. So I mentioned that I thought about putting her in the Corpse Bride, right? Well, the thought there was that I'd make Ash a witch who was hung during the witch trials or something like that. Originally, she was holding the snapped end of her noose, which was still around her neck, and she was wearing a big classic witch hat. And then I tried another one where she was burned, but like I said, those concepts just didn't work out. They were either too similar to what I did last year, too gory for the audience, or they just did not look right. So I kept the witch idea going here, but it's not really super obvious or anything. But then I thought, well, maybe Ash is a witch, but she's like a dead one. So she needs to consume the souls of the living, and there's gonna be a bunch of corpses around her feet and everything. Just think like the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus, just, you know, not as PG. But like I said, this one took a little longer than expected, and I was a bit short on time, so, well, at least I have an idea for next year, or maybe really ways before going on. Well, at least I have an idea for next year, or maybe even later this season. Well, that was the original idea here anyway. I'm kind of glad I didn't do it, not just for time reasons, but I kind of like this simple. You'll see later, if I haven't done it already, that I take out the background. I put in a simple placeholder one down to fix up later while I was coming up with more ideas, but I ended up just deleting the entire thing. A lot of those drawings I found from Victorian times didn't even have any backgrounds. The only subject the artist did was, just the person. The ones that did have a background were either over-detailed that would have taken away from the nice line art I did here, or it wasn't in that textured ink style that I wanted, and it was in softer watercolors. No offense, but after finally coming up with a concept I like and literally doing everything already, I didn't really want to go back and start all over again. I'll do my best to make up for it later on. One of these will have a detailed background, mark my words. Maybe I'll make it the mermaid one or the space one. Who knows? Won't that be surprising? A detailed space background. Wow, I've never done one of those before. And so ends day 2. This was my arduous attempt at the Day of the Dead theme. If you guys tried out Designfest this year, then maybe send it to me on DeviantArt or Twitter or show it off on my Discord server. All the links are below. I hope you guys have a scary time this year. Until next time, you goblins and ghosts, farewell and happy Halloween to all.